Hello.
Hey, Kash. We're live, by the way. How are you?
Oh, Lord, girl. Wait a minute. Let me move from out of here. I didn't even know it was already going to be live. Honey, hello.
Okay. I actually just went live. There's nobody here with me right now. I'm 29 seconds in. I thought I should start it at the same time so it didn't look disingenuous.
Okay. That works. That works.
Right. So, last night we got into some serious conversation. Did you ever find out what was going on with Mason?
Oh, with court tomorrow?
Right.
It is tomorrow at 9 a.m. at the Henry County Superior Court.
Okay, so just tell everybody what's tomorrow.
Okay, so, see, you should have just let me talk. But
Okay, go ahead. Go talk.
okay. We'll start here. Look, we'll start here.
Okay.
But, okay, so tomorrow, supposedly, because I don't know all of the details of what's actually going to take place tomorrow. But, of course, everybody knows that James Mason got indicted for allegedly threatening the Savages. Allegedly.
The whole Savage family or just Tim Savage?
Well, it's supposed to be Tim, because Tim is the one who made the report. But, of course, I guess John Jolene was supposed to be a witness or whatever. So, supposedly, allegedly, he said that Mason said he was going to do harm to him and his family, but of course, he didn't say that. So, plot twist, which Angelo has already done a million lives, saying that, he supports Mason because of the simple fact that, what I'm saying, he didn't threaten him. So, that puts Tim in a very awkward situation since Angelo really did, move forward and, go down there with Mason to make sure he was okay. Because Tim put Angelo down as a witness to his fuckery.
Right, so Tim thought he was going to lie. Tim thought he was going to lie on Mr. Mason and say that he threatened his family and put Angelo down as a witness. But Angelo refused
because
to.
I guess he thought he was going to support his lies, and he did not, which I'm glad he did not.
Right. And so now Angelo is refusing to deal with Tim or to support him in this case.
Right. Which, I think is a good thing,
I do too. Very good thing.
I think that's a great thing. Because nobody should be locked up or facing 10 years or anything for something that they didn't do.
Absolutely. So he had James Mason facing 10 years for threatening his family?
Yeah, from what I saw, it's supposed to be up to 10 years he could, receive.
Now, see, that's what makes me scared of Tim Savage. Why would you have somebody facing 10 years?
I don't want to be quoted exactly on, the court stuff because I didn't see, the documents myself as far as, how much time he's actually facing. So that portion of it, I got from the media.
But 10 days is too much. Why would Tim Savage want somebody to do time for something that he knows is a lie? You know that you're lying.
Well, that's a pattern. To me, I'm going to say this. I don't want anything bad to happen to Mason because I know in my heart that I feel like he was trying to help them just like everybody else genuinely, wanted to help them because they have a way of making people, feel for them. And,
right.
People are emotionally triggered. So if you play on people's emotions and if people have a heart, of course they're going to want to help you. Especially if you're making it like your daughter's in some crazy ass situation.
Right.
But with him, he knew better, but at the same time, he still was trying to reason with them and say, well, hey, can you just see your daughter and talk to your daughter about normal family things? You know what I'm saying? Just stop drilling her, recording her, crazy shit.
So James Mason was essentially getting on the phone with the Savage family and telling them, hey, your daughter wants to be normal. She's in a normal relationship. She wants to be normal, but y'all keep getting on the phone, acting all strange, asking her about R. Kelly every 10 seconds. Stop asking her questions like that and just be normal with her.
And I mean, you even saw that. We saw that on the damn BBC documentary when they filmed him, when they was talking to him.
Right.
He was basically saying the same thing then.
Right.
And he wasn't being harsh or violent or anything like that, period. But I don't want to just jump in like this and go to court and everything, because you know I had stuff I wanted to address.
Please do.
So, yeah, I am. First of all, let me say, because, you know, them being upset with you, that's what I want to address first. About you posting something, you know what I'm saying, from somebody else, when they know that you have a job to do, you make your money, you've been covering the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
Since the beginning, I don't feel like you were wrong. I'm not mad at you posting old conversations or nothing like that. My whole thing is, if you feel like something is incorrect, why not just reach out to you and say, okay, well, you know what? The position has changed since then, or I found out something else since then. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, here's the
we
cold part.
Can we do something?
I reached out to them and asked them for a statement based on it. They didn't want to give me a statement. They said they wanted to have it on their own YouTube channel because their channel is monetized. I said, okay, well, you're not going to be able to reach the audience that I can reach because you only have 6,000 subscribers and I have 100,000. She said, well, my channel, my daughter has over 106,000 and her friend has 600,000 viewers on Instagram, so we can reach who we need to reach. And I said, okay, Jonjolyn, then I'll just do the story on my own. I literally reached out to the Savages and asked them to give me a statement about that story before it was released.
And that part, but that's crazier to me because, like, if you want to address them, you should have been on the channel that it aired on, in my opinion.
That's how you would think that it would be done, but they want to get the money in their account. They're concerned about money instead of awareness. And that's where they're going to mess up at.
It's always about the money for them.
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's much to talk about. It don't even matter. But first, let me say this. I think what they see you is fucked up. I really do. That's just my personal opinion.
Your phone is breaking up, baby. Your phone is breaking up or something.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
No, I just think what they did, you know, when it comes down to you, is fucked up. But I might be a little bit biased because you know that I don't like the Savages.
Right.
I don't like the kind of people they are. I don't like what they represent. I don't like what they stand for. I don't like the fact that they can't take ownership of anything that they've done. I don't like the fact that they keep talking about my name and shit. I don't like that I've been getting phone calls for damn near the last 10 months about shit that they're trying to do, whether it's been trying to set me up or whether it's been going down trying to get charges pressed against me over bogus ass shit. Like, I don't like anything about them whatsoever at all. So while I'm here saying this, let me say this, because I know Tim and Jonjolyn are going to watch this at some point if they're not already watching it.
Exactly.
I haven't said shit this whole time. I'm not making no threat. I'm not blackmailing nobody because I don't have to make a threat. I can make a guarantee and a promise. You want people to leave your name out of shit. That's what Tim said on that live that I saw on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
He want people to move forward. You know, oh, he claimed Rob is locked up. You know, everybody needs to be moving forward. There's so many open investigations and this and that. But he also said that there's no recording of his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And Rob having sex or whatever, which was said, which I want to clear that up.
Mm-hmm.
And Angelo is not mine to speak for, but he about to be spoken for. When it comes down to Angelo did not lie saying that he had a recording. But I think it kind of got misconstrued. It's not a videotape. It's not a sex tape.
Mm-hmm.
It's an audio recording of a conversation that they had. Maybe it had to be 3 to 5 minutes after they had an intimate moment or whatever because, you could hear her asking him, where did you go? So, you could tell that they was just around each other or whatever. He said he went downstairs and then they kind of just proceeded to, discuss their little situation.
And you have this tape, right? This audio?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
And who sent you the audio?
I didn't hear the last part. What did you say?
Who sent you the audio?
He did.
Who is he?
So sent it to, I'm sorry.
Who did?
Tim Savage.
Tim Savage sent you the audio of his daughter talking sex talk with R. Kelly.
Yes. And I'm not the only person who he sent it to. Because it was kind of like on the day that he sent it, it was more so like, oh yeah, well tell Kelly that I got this and tell him that I got that or whatever. So I think he thought that, he was doing something big. Like, I got shit you don't even know I got. But in my mind, and everybody else who received it, it was kind of like, well, wait a minute. How the hell did he get this? That was the question that everybody had. Mm-hmm. And, he tells this story about Tone, which I guess was some type of producer guy that Joy was working with when she was doing music. Something about Tone used to have all these recordings or whatever, and Tone let him hear them. But that's not true. That's not true. I'm telling you, if you hear the recording, which I'll send it to you. When you hear the recording, it's just like, it's too crisp. It's either she had something that was recording all her phone calls, or, it didn't seem like she would have had enough time to call somebody and say, hey, put your phone on mute, and then call him. It didn't even make sense for her to do that. Because I think he said something about, she used to have Tone on the phone because she was scared. Listen, when you hear this, ain't nothing scared about this. It's two people in a relationship talking,
Wait, you broke up on that last sentence. It's two people in a relationship talking what?
Giggly and just, bubbly or whatever about what they did. And you know what? Let me say this. Joy, I'm sorry, because if Joy she was like, you feel me? I'm not trying to put their personal business out there, but I just wanted to address it for the simple fact that it did get thrown out there, and I just wanted it to be cleared up because it wasn't sex tape.
Okay.
It wasn't a sex tape, but the point is, how did he get it? How did he have it?
Right.
And why are you comfortable sending that around anyway?
Why would you be sending around anything about your daughter that has to do with sex, period? Anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
That's already weird to me. But beyond that, if you really supposedly don't have communication with your daughter, or you didn't at any point, how the hell did you get it? That's all I want to know. How did you get it?
Well, Angelo claimed that he stole it from her phone during the intervention in 2016.
Okay, so if that's the case, then that leads you to ask the question of, why did she record it? What was the original plan before she caught feelings and she went on by her business and had her relationship?
So you're kind of insinuating that Joycelyn Savage might have had an intention on coming against R. Kelly in some type of way by recording the conversation. You think she gave it to? I don't want to say that. But in the beginning, you never know what it could have been. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because Tim had to get it some kind of way. So you think that Joycelyn gave that tape to her dad?
In the very beginning, it could have been something like that. Or maybe they just was there all along and they had the shit on the girl phone recording stuff. It's either way. It's one or the other. Because the recording was just too, how? Why?
Right.
But you'll hear it when you get it.
Well, we all finna hear it. That's facts. We all finna hear it. Because this got to get laid to rest. But Tim decided to send you the audio of his daughter talking sex with R. Kelly. What do you think Tim's intentions was by doing that?
Like I said, at the time he was sending it to everybody. He sent it to Don Russell. He sent it to a couple of other people, and it was like, oh, well, tell Kelly I got this, and there's way more where that comes from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what is this proving? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm thinking I'm really about to hear some shit that's about to blow me away. But it's like when I heard what it was kind of just like, well, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? And this was kind of like one of the things, too, that started to put, like, question marks in my mind. Because, like, in the beginning, no matter what the hell they try to convince the people, you know, she was a mole for R. Kelly, you know, he sent her to us and all this other
so when they
shit.
Wait.
Everybody else.
You going too fast. So Tim Savage and Jonjolin Savage said you were a mole for R. Kelly. Daytime Tea Time also said that. How did you get in that position?
In what position? Dealing with the Savages?
Yeah, in the first place.
Somebody that we mutually has.
Wait, you breaking up. You broke up. Somebody that we mutually what?
Somebody, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Somebody that we mutually talked to initially.
Auntie McGee?
That I speak to them. Oh, hell no. No. Even like her, anything that had to do with Asante was when the Savages had me on three-way with her. And I believe it was John who was like, oh, girl, put your phone on mute. A lot of these people, like, when it comes down to this whole situation, they put me in the center of everything. And that's one of the things that I always wanted to clear up, because they love, you know, going on these fake pages. They love just trying to make it like, oh, I'm just this terrible motherfucking person. I'm a pedophile assistant. I'm an enabler. Like, I done seen everything up under the motherfucking sun, and I ain't said shit.
Right. The Savages seem to start a lot of shit between the apparent supposed victims and the entire all of the people. The Savages are in the center of the drama with all of you guys. Always.
That's been always. And see, I feel like that's kind of the reason why they try to like to make it seem like I came from somewhere else, and that Rob was trying to set them up with me and all of this other shit, because they really don't want to admit the fact that they put me in the center of it. Half of the shit that I motherfucking know about, no, actually 90% of the shit that I know about all of the so-called and all of this shit comes from them. Them people don't even know that the Savages used to have me on through it with them. And I got the audio recordings. And they were up to Georgia, where one-way fucking recording consent is what's required, not two-way. So the same way the Savages love to record every fucking body, because they was the ones who started that shit in this situation. I was never on no recorded type of shit.
Right.
But once I started hearing them saying shit like, oh, this person is lying, this person is lying, network's lying, this is going on, that's when I was like, well, shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, wait a minute. Because now I'm seeing what the fuck I thought it was. You know? So they put me in that position with everything. Just like how they sat there and told them fucking Lifetime people I was their fucking publicist and invited me to the fucking goddamn R. Kelly screening in New York. You know what I'm saying?
So they lied to the Lifetime people.
What happened?
They lied. So the Savages lied to Lifetime.
I'm gonna keep it all the way G with you. I'm finna explain this to you, because I never talked about New York. I never talked about shit. I'm finna talk about it.
Well, all I know is they've been telling me, have you heard about what happened in New York? And I never did. So please tell me.
Because let me tell you something. I don't know how much motherfucking A&E networks and Lifetime paid TMZ and everybody to keep that shit quiet that motherfucking night. But when I tell you, like, literally when we was getting in the fucking car, it was still motherfucking paparazzi taking goddamn pictures. So I know they had to pay motherfuckers to keep that shit quiet, because it was like a fucking circus. They was acting like fucking animals. All of them motherfuckers. Every last one of them motherfuckers.
Right. I heard that Lizette was about to fight. The victims were fighting each other. The Savages got into it with somebody.
Yeah. It was a whole big old shit show. But let me tell you something. They put me in a fucked up ass predicament. And this was before any motherfucking record and drop with Tim, before anything, because people love to feel like I'm just this fucked up ass motherfucking person. No. You gotta understand what the fuck these people put me through. You gotta understand the type of fucking fucked up ass situations these people put me in to understand why I don't fuck with them. Because it ain't that they don't fuck with me. I don't fuck with them motherfuckers. Period.
Okay, tell us what happened.
You don't have me come to New York. You told these people I was your publicist. I was never their fucking publicist. I hate that narrative that was put out there because you got people saying, oh, that's so unprofessional to be somebody's publicist and tell their personal business. I was never doing business with these fucking people, period. I am a publicist. I know how to do publicist work. They did not have Dante at the time. They did not have a publicist at the time. They was like, oh, can you help with whatever. They didn't have the money at the time, and they was like, when we get money, when we able, like, we'll pay you. And I said, well, you ain't got to worry about that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you need help with? So they just automatically went and told Lifetime I was their publicist. I was kind of like, okay, this is kind of crazy because how the hell, like, you want me to be over here dealing with Rob and then you're publicly saying, like, I'm your publicist, but what the fuck ever. Don't matter. I went. I went because I wanted to see what the fuck was going to be on this documentary. It was like a whole fucking month before the shit was airing. I was curious my damn self to see what the fuck was going to be on it. Okay.
Stop!
New York.
Dylan, stop! Be quiet. I can hear you too loud. Be quiet.
But, okay, New York. First of all, let me make this clear. Lifetime had to put together a fucking emergency dinner the night before the fucking screening because these motherfuckers were so wild acting, okay, that they was afraid these motherfuckers was going to show their true fucking colors in front of press at screening. So they put together a fucking emergency dinner, okay, to get these motherfuckers in check because they put Drea Kelly and they put Faith Rogers on the panel at last minute and they sent out the emails when they added them. Oh shit. Miss Jonjolyn Savage thinks she run motherfucking Lifetime. So she has the nerve to tell the damn PRs at goddamn Lifetime that she don't think Drea or fucking Faith needs to be a part of any goddamn thing. How the fuck are you gonna tell these people
that Andrea Kelly of all people,
this man's wife, right, ex-wife, whatever, that she can't be a part of this shit? But okay. They telling me how it's just too much. They wild. This is literally what they saying to me. They are wild. I'm just, oh my God, can you help me? I'm just trying to get, this is Lifetime now. I'm just trying to get this under control. They're just doing this and they're doing that and whatever. It was something about Lisa Van Allen was pissed off because she said that Drea was lying about shit. And, girl, okay, listen. Shit show already. So then, the night of the actual, the next day, which was December 4th, that was when the screening was supposed to take place. And earlier that day, everybody was supposed to actually film different segments of shit. So, wait, hold on for a second. What's wrong? I know I'm saying a whole lot. Damn, okay, I'm sorry. Police just came and told me that I can't tell everything about what's going on.
Really? But we're talking about New York. This happened over a year ago.
I'm going to still give you some.
In the middle of this, that must be your cousin.
Look, it sure is my cousin.
Talking about police.
It sure is.
Tell your cousin I said to stop hating because he gonna tell me too.
Look, he listening to you.
He gonna tell me too. I plan on doing an interview with him too, and I need all the tea from both of you.
Every step of the way, seeing everything. That's why I'm like, how can y'all sit here and lie on me? Had more than one witness. How can you lie on me? And my thing is, I've been sparing them, really.
Okay, so in New York, they were so wild that they had to call an emergency dinner, and Jonjolyn thought she ran Lifetime. She thinks she runs Lifetime, to the point where she was telling them she didn't want Andrea Kelly up there and Faith Rogers. But Lisa Van Allen got upset. Right, and Lisa Van Allen got upset because Andrea Kelly was on the docuseries lying.
That's what she said. Yeah. So, okay. All I know is the next day, they were supposed to do segments of, I don't know if it was Dr. Oz or Dr. Phil. I know something got scrapped, though. and they ended up changing it. They didn't want to interview them and shit like that. So fast forward to the screening. I was running late because I was trying to do my hair shit. Somebody stole my fucking bag at the airport with my wig, but we ain't gonna go there. So I was running late. I wasn't even there yet. I hit the fucking corner. We finally about to pull in because I think they started showing the documentary late. And then I get a call from Jonjolyn, and she like yelling at the top of her lungs, and she like, "Oh, like Kash, I swear you better not have nothing to do with this shit." So I'm like, "What the fuck is this? Like, what you talking about?" I'm like, "We right at the corner." She's like, "No, like it's over." I was like, "What the fuck do you mean it's over?" She was like, "Somebody called in a motherfucking bomb threat, gun threat, whatever the fuck she said." And she was like, "It's over." She was like, "Come to the hotel. Everybody going to the hotel." So I was like, "Okay." So I get to the hotel with my cousin, of course, and I had somebody else from the magazine that I work with me. So we get there. The producers are there. Everybody's there. You know, I guess they was kind of, you know, trying to make light of the moment. So, you know, they got them all pizza, and they had them on the second floor in a little ballroom, you know, with music and stuff, just chilling out. So, Jonjolyn, actually, I don't know if it was Jonjolyn or Tim, but it was one of them. They go tell all these people, without me knowing, they go tell all of these people that I'm R. Kelly's mole. So this is the type of situation they put me in, and I don't know.
So that mole situation came from the Savages.
Yeah.
But that was never real.
I mean, no. He didn't send me to them. He didn't send me to them.
Wow.
That's just like, you know, they swear that he had something to do with the damn book and all of that. No, the fuck he didn't. You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is this.
Now, when you say the book...
I'm finna say it.
Okay.
Nobody's hands in this shit is clean. That's what people need to understand. Nobody's hands in this shit is clean, and that's the problem. Everybody got fucking secrets that they don't want fucking exposed. I was in the fucking middle, and I seen every goddamn thing, and so I'm everybody's fucking threat. I'm the fucking problem. My hands ain't fucking clean.
Right.
Shit, before I said I ghost wrote the book because I was like, oh, it's going to look so bad if I say I wrote a fake book. Fuck that shit. I wrote a fake book because I wanted a fucking check, and I got one.
And what was the name of that book?
That's what the fuck it was. You know what the hell the name of the goddamn book is.
I want you to tell the people.
This is Daddy's Little Freak. So the point is, I saw an opportunity. I took it. I wrote the fucking book. It's totally fiction. And that's what it is. The only difference between me and these shady ass motherfuckers is I can take ownership for my mistake, and I have a fucking conscience. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't give a fuck what nobody got to say about me. Oh, that fraud ass bitch wrote that book. I don't give a fuck because I went to rob my mother and stuff, and I sat 2 inches from that man and let him know, listen, I cannot be around you and not let you know the truth. This is what I did. And he didn't tell me I had to do shit. Because I was asking him, I felt terrible. I'm like, how can I fix it? Like, tell me what you want me to do.
So in case you guys didn't hear her, Kash Jones said she wrote Daddy's Little Freak. The book was fake. Yes. Okay, go ahead, boo.
He never told me to do nothing. He never told me to go over there to no fucking Savages. No shit like that. Period. First of all, he could have stole the fuck out of me. He could have did whatever. That wasn't even in his fucking character. What did he tell me? He was like, I can't tell you how to fix it. He told me he forgave me. I understand. People do shit. You made a mistake. You learning from it. First of all, I think he just had respect for the situation, period, because I didn't have to tell him. But I told him. And he still continued to deal with me after that. So to me, for people to say he's just like this, oh my God, this vindictive ass, evil ass person, to me, that said a lot about his fucking character, period. He didn't force me out and say, oh, you need to tell people it was fake. He didn't do none of that shit. He said, you know what's right. And that conversation was had damn near a fucking year ago. Damn near a year ago. And when I was, and see, it's so much to cover, because that conversation I had with you, with the whole fucking running off the road shit and all of that stuff. Girl, how about I find out months later that it was really some of the accusers and these motherfuckers who actually set the whole thing up, because they felt, I guess, upset when they found out that I wrote the book, and they, I guess, wanted to believe that Rob set them up with me. So they wanted me to think that it was him and his people doing stuff. And, like, it was so much stuff staged. And I'm like, this really shows you just how vindictive these fucking people are, because I'm really terrified, thinking in my mind.
I believe it, because I see that. I could see that just coming from one of them alone. Asante McGee is that type of person, all by herself. So what Kash is saying,
you talk to me.
What Kash is saying is, I put up a video a couple of, maybe about a week ago, of Kash Jones saying that she thought that R. Kelly was trying to run her off the road, when in fact turns out that it was some of the alleged victims, thoughts, jump offs, whatever we call them on this channel. They've been called several things on this channel. And it was them, because they felt some type of threat. What type of threat did you say they felt, Kash?
Well, when they found out about the book, you know what I'm saying, they was upset about that. I guess they felt played or whatever. And then on top of that, they felt like Rob sent me, because that's what the Savages, you know, that's the narrative that they put out there. So they felt like, oh, so she was working with him. He sent her over here to, you know, I've heard all kinds of stories. Supposedly he sent me to blackmail them. Supposedly he sent me to do all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's just not true.
That was a narrative that the Savages created.
And let me tell you, got me in a crazy ass situation in New York, in this hotel. They done told all of these motherfucking people that I'm a fucking mole, this nigga. So I'm in. Somebody just called in a fucking gun bomb threat, whatever the fuck was called in. And now you telling these people that I'm here for Rob, like I'm a mole for him.
So the Savages invited you? So wait, so the Savages invited you to New York to see the pre-screening of the docuseries. And then they went and told all the alleged victims that you was a mole?
Every last
while you
one
were there?
Of them motherfuckers. Every last one. So let me tell you, Kelly Rogers wanted to have a conversation with me. So me and Kelly go off in the corner to have a private conversation. So my cousin is like my shadow. Acting as security, my business partner. He's always there.
And I will be interviewing her cousin as well.
Yeah, he's always there. So, you know, I'm sitting over here, me and Kelly just about to get our conversation. And then he was like, Tim's coming over here. So I'm like, what the fuck Tim want, you know? So he comes over there. Girl, puts on this big ass thing now. Oh, you come with me. Talking to my cousin. No, he said, Kash, you come with me. And he pointed at my cousin. And I know exactly who you are. So I'm looking at Kelly looking at me. We all looking crazy, like, what the fuck is he talking about? Because, like, he really flipped the script. When I tell you this motherfucker is an actor, okay?
I believe it.
The fucking script. So I'm like, what the fuck you on? Like, I went from being kind to being hood real quick. Because you feel me, the people I'm with, we looking at him, what type of time you on? Talking about, oh, come with us and this and that. And he loud as fuck, like causing a whole scene in the fucking lobby. Now, mind you, Jesse and the other motherfucking executive producers are there too. So everybody trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, because the producers don't know yet that they had told everybody else that I'm some type of mole, and we don't know yet either. So we looking like, what the fuck is going on? Let me tell you something. One of the main reasons that I have respect for Angelo is because Angelo came downstairs in the midst of all of this chaos. Because if it wasn't have been for Angelo saying, listen, come with me, I don't know what that situation would have turned into, because it wasn't going to be too pretty.
So did they tell you? Yeah, she's talking about Tim Savage. So did they tell everybody that you were a mole in your face or behind your back?
Behind my back. So they got me in the total blind. Next thing you know, I'm in Angelo's hotel room. It's me, Angelo, my cousin, the Savages was in there. Who else was in there? It was one other person, but everybody kept coming to Angelo's hotel door. Oh, Drea want to talk to her. Oh, this person want to talk to her. Oh, she need to come out here. They want to talk to her. They want to talk to her. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still in the blind now. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm like, why all of a sudden is everybody on me? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? So he was like, ain't nobody fucking talking to her. Period. You know what I'm saying? So he starts a conversation with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, do you talk to Kelly? Do you whatever? And I don't mean Kelly Rogers. When I say Kelly, I mean R. Kelly. That's what he call him.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, he's trying to figure out, well, who the fuck is you? What's going on? Can you be beneficial to me? Like, that's the type of time Angela was on.
Mm-hmm. I'm
still trying to figure out why the fuck everybody is at me. Because everything was moving so fast, it just didn't make no damn sense. So, I was like, I don't really feel comfortable. I'm about to leave. That's what
I'm still in shock that they would even invite you and then all of a sudden be telling these people that you're a mole. That's really shocking.
It was some flying ball shit. Because I don't know these motherfuckers. I ain't saying I'm scared of these motherfuckers, but I don't know
they
what the
scared
fuck they
me.
did to me.
Right.
I don't know what they could have did to me. About 15 of them motherfuckers, 20 of them motherfuckers, however many of them it was, and then there's us. And we looking like, what the fuck is going on? Next thing you know, Drea fucking, I think he's just like a old friend of her and Rob's or whatever. I think his name is Jim or some shit. He about like 10 minutes in the hallway, everybody about to fight. Got Jesse and them. Oh my God, please everybody go in your rooms. The hotel kicking motherfuckers out. Like that shit was insane. It didn't make no fucking sense. You hear me?
I do. So, you know, I had gotten a whole different story about this. They didn't tell me they invited you, and they told me that the fights and arguments was because half of the alleged victims wanted to go to the FBI and half of them didn't. So this is just shocking me. It's a totally different story.
They're pathological liars. What the fuck they are.
The savages are pathological liars.
After they hear this motherfucking shit, the way he talking about, he damn motherfucker put out receipts, motherfucker. I did work to them bitches. And I've been sitting quiet watching these motherfuckers drag my name all summer on them pedophile assistant pages. I watch these motherfuckers tagging my fucking doing all this extra shit. So afraid of the book that I was supposed to drop. So scared of that shit. What the fuck you so scared for, pussy? Huh? Because you don't want your fucking truth to come out? Oh, I flirted with Kash to get my daughter back. Fuck, nigga, you wouldn't even worry about your motherfucking child. Period. You never fucking have been. So what I dare you and that bitch, you got that fucking alcoholic ass motherfucking pill popping bitch. What I dare both of y'all motherfuckers to do is try me. Drop whatever the fuck you want.
do drink too much. Jongelin is an alcoholic.
I get the phone calls when y'all motherfuckers be telling people, oh, we finna expose her. Let me tell you the difference between me and you. You want to be a public figure. Yeah, that Lifetime release for that Lifetime, the Aftermath shit that's getting ready to come out, I got that. Yeah, the executive producer told me how my name was coming out of all of y'all motherfuckers' mouth. Oh, Kash, some kind of way, you just wiggled your way in. Did I sign that bitch? No. Because the difference between me and you is I don't want no fucking clout. That ain't never been my mission. So whatever the fuck you got, which trust me, they ain't got shit on me. All they got is what? Some weak ass recordings of me fucking fake flirting with Tim ugly ass.
So explain the flirting situation, please.
Okay. The flirting situation was basically this. They was already showing their hand. They was already showing they was pathological liars. They was already showing half of this shit was fake. I had already started dealing with the other side. I was already seeing for myself that shit wasn't what the fuck they were saying it was. Okay. I threw some shit out there to see if Tim was gonna bite on it. He did. He took the shit way too far. At first, I said, okay, well maybe, you know what I'm saying? Jongelin did know about it. You know, when they tried to put that narrative out like, oh, I knew that he was flirting with her. I felt like maybe she did, but she didn't know, like, how far he was going.
She did not know he was flirting with you. She did not know that he was flirting with you. First of all, not from what I know, and if she did, like you said, she didn't know the extent, because Tim was crying because she wouldn't speak to him when I came to their house. She was furious about him flirting with you.
Yeah, telling me that lady couldn't have no more kids, and he always wanted a damn son, and you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I could have his son, and I told you I had just found the other damn audios. There's so fucking many of them that make no damn sense. The other one where he was talking about how we could pretend like it's his godchild, and she ain't got to know. You know, we can't let Jongelyn know, and all of this bullshit. Come on, man.
So Tim said. So Tim said, that you can have his child.
Yeah. Yeah, he said a lot more than that, but you know what? This is what I'm not gonna do. It pisses me off with them all of the time when I get the phone calls about them trying to set me up, or you know what I'm saying, them having stuff so-called that they claim they got on me, because I think they told somebody, oh yeah, we got the whole spill on, you know, your relationship with R. Kelly, and y'all having FaceTime sex and all kind of bullshit, which is false. You know what I mean? Like, so whoever the fuck gave them that information, it was false. Everybody in this situation, nobody trusts nobody. That's number one. So motherfuckers spit out shit all the time to see how far it's gonna get. You know what I'm saying? And then you around here saying shit that's just sounding stupid because it's not true. But I saw how far that got, you know?
Right, but Jongelyn tried to put you out there like a hoe. Like, well, why have you been saying this to my... When I was there, Jongelyn was furious, and she was saying, well, what did you say to her? Well, what was y'all saying to each other, you know? And she was asking why you would be talking to a married man.
She texted my phone at night telling me that she left the house. She can't sleep. Oh my God, can you just please tell me what was said? What's on all the audio? She was like so distraught. So I kept saying like, damn, I know this lady didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know
she didn't know. She didn't know. So he's trying to say he was talking with you in order to get to his daughter. Did he ever mention his daughter to you at the time that he was flirting?
And that's what I'm saying. It was always me. Like, when I tell you, that's why when I first reached out to you, and I knew that you was close with the Savages. I knew that. But my thing was, when I first saw you, I saw how hard you was going for them.
Yes,
and
I was.
I saw myself. Because in the beginning, don't get me wrong, I been was a Kel fan and all of that, because R. Kelly's a talented person, period, hands down. You can't take nothing.
No, you can't take his music from him. He's very talented of a man.
But my thing was, hearing the stuff that they were saying, they really had me, like, convinced. I'm thinking it's really some fucking hard. Like, what the fuck? Like, I even shed tears over fucking joy. Like, before I, you know what I'm saying, finally, like, started dealing with that side. Like, I'm really 100% convinced in what they're telling me. To the point where I'm sitting here on the phone with them day in and day out, like, trying to strategize. Like, okay, so what can we do? You know, they want to sit on the phone and talk about who they did a fucking book deal and talking. I mean, they talk shit about every fucking body. Every fucking body.
Yeah,
all of
they
them.
do.
They even tried to set Geronda up with the grown-ass man, Jim. I got that conversation recorded, too, because Tim had me on through damn Jim.
Jim Derogatis?
No, not Jim Derogatis.
Oh.
This is Drea. Drea calls him her brother, but I think it's just like a friend that her and Rob had from years back.
So the Savages was trying to play Cupid with Geronda?
No. When I say set up, I mean set up like this girl head knocked off, like putting her in a crazy situation. And it was crazy to me because I had just heard Jongelyn on the phone with Geronda probably 5-10 minutes before Tim got on the phone with Jim. And I'm like, what the fuck is with these people? Like, why would you be putting this girl in this crazy situation? You know what I'm saying? This girl ain't do nothing to y'all.
Right.
So it's like they always keep saying that, you know, I'm an R. Kelly lover, so, you know, I'm just trying to make them look bad. What I want people to understand is, no, I'm not trying to fucking make these people look bad. Rob didn't make me see these people this way. I was dealing with these people. They showed me who the fuck they was. They are the people who made me say, you know what? Hell no. I support R. Kelly 1,000%, because this shit right here ain't right. This whole shit ain't right. Period. These motherfuckers is lying. And I don't give a fuck who say I'm a pedophile lover. I don't give a fuck who say this is bullshit, because they don't know half of what the fuck goes on behind these scenes every fucking day. Every fucking, for the last almost 2 years, it's never been a fucking dull moment. Mm-hmm. It's never been a fucking dull moment. And let me tell you something about people that lie. It eats away at they fucking ass. They ain't never gonna be right. They ain't never gonna be right. That's why shit don't never go smooth for their ass. That's why shit keep coming out the way it fucking comes out.
Right.
At least I stood on my fucking truth. A bitch could say all they want to say. I see the little comment, oh, how the fuck do you believe anything Kash Jones said when she wrote that fake ass book? Because guess what? I'm a real enough bitch to tell you I wrote that fucking fake ass book. And I was a real enough bitch to tell that man. These motherfuckers.
You breaking up.
Ask for the fuck each other.
You said you was a real ass bitch enough to tell us that you wrote the fake book, and you real enough to do what?
To tell that man that I wrote that fucking book.
Right.
Period.
To tell R. Kelly that you wrote the book.
These motherfuckers are out here still that they bringing against him have anything to do with, you know what I'm saying, these people. But the fact that it was triggered from Lifetime, and Lifetime is a crock of bullshit, and I don't give a fuck how Lifetime feels about it, because they already know. When they was just trying to get me to be on this Aftermath shit, we went back and forth on the phone quite a few motherfucking times, because they was trying to make me feel like, oh, my recordings were illegal, and you know what I'm saying, whatever, because they know I know the fucking truth.
Mm-hmm. Because you were in Georgia at the time, and it only takes one party to need to consent to the recordings for them to be legal.
Right.
Which is why I cannot put out my recordings of the Savages from days ago. Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm like, you can't tell me nothing is illegal. I made her motherfucking ass get on Google right then, bitch. Educate yourself, bitch.
Right.
My whole thing is, the only reason, I don't even feel like they really wanted me. They needed me. Because, see, they want to be able to tell a story about New York how they want to tell it. Because the bitch told me that one of them said that Rob sent me there to blackmail them. And I told her, I said, well, guess what? I said, I went to dinner with motherfucking Faith and Kelly Rogers that night. And that bitch, Summer Bunny, well, you know what? I'm sorry, Summer, if you listening. Summer Bunny ain't a bitch. Let me know.
Sorry, Summer Bunny. Not
but
sorry
Summer
for
Bunny
me.
Was there too.
I know, because Summer Bunny was supposed to be hanging out with Jai, right? With Jalen.
Oh, I don't know about in the current day, but at that time, you know, her and Faith was best friends before they fell out.
Okay.
So, you know.
So really quickly, let's take a quick pause. Let me explain what you guys are listening to. This is Kash Jones, someone who worked and is close to R. Kelly and is in his camp, who was called on by the Savages and went to the Lifetime premiere because she wanted to see what they had to say. And in the interim of her being invited by the Savages, they told everybody behind her back that she was a mole and put her in a very bad position with the other ladies. And ever since then, she's just been in it. They said, hi, Kash.
Well, hello, you guys.
Okay, so let's keep going.
We should have did this in several parts, girl, because it's too much.
I mean, we still can.
It's like over a year worth of stuff. So it's hard for people to grasp the full picture. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kept saying I was going to write a damn book. I know it sounds fucked up to say I'm going to write another book after that one, but it's kind of like, this is my thing. Everybody out there is trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They trying to put everything together with the pieces that they have. But what people have to understand is you being spoon-fed bullshit. You feel me? 99% of what you see out here is orchestrated. You know what I'm saying? The media going to sway, and I work in media. The media is going to sway you whichever way they want you to go. Mm-hmm. And right now, the narrative is fuck that nigga. Period. That's what it is, and that's what they want you to believe, and that's what they want to be out there.
Mm-hmm.
Period. And one thing about it, A&E Networks and Lifetime gonna go to bat. They gonna do whatever the fuck they gotta do to make sure that the motherfuckers who are lying are covered. They don't want that shit to get out. That's why you never see half of the shit that go on with them in mainstream news. Or, you know, you don't even really see blogs pick it up like that. But it's big on the YouTube community. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you search, you see a lot of shit.
But I have a question for you, and I do want to say something. I feel like now that looking back, it makes me wonder if Tim was flirting with me. There was hugging, there was him putting his leg on my leg, and it makes me just wonder, was he sending hints to me that I didn't catch up on because I was at that time very naive to
I
that
believe it
family.
because it was another person. Remember, I told you it was a mutual person that we spoke to initially that suggested that I talk to them. Mm-hmm. She told me, because I was actually confiding in her when it was going on. You know, I admitted to her that I flirted with him first just to see what he would do. And that, you know, he took it way further than I thought.
Well, he said he wanted you to have his son because she couldn't have no more babies. So.
And that's fucked up. You feel me? That's fucked up. And she told me that she believed me 1,000% because he had came on to her before.
Wow. So yeah, looking back, I feel like I definitely missed that. I definitely we were like leg to leg, and I should have caught on to that at that time. But yeah, I missed that shit. And then another thing is this story that I was told by Jongelyn that R. Kelly had Holly's mother. It could have been Kelly's mother or Holly's mother. I don't remember which name. But that her mother was made to sit in a sauna for.
I heard that story from her too.
Her mother, R. Kelly made her mother sit in a sauna for 4 hours, just to see her daughter butt naked.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe it. When they was telling me all that stuff and filling my head up with that shit, I believe it. But me being able to get a true 360 view from dealing with the accusers, the network, his side, him, and then, you know, just being able to see it all around, I don't believe it. I don't believe that happened. And I think even Hallie spoke up at one point when she got sick and tired of it and was like, you know, you're not going to keep disrespecting my mother and lying on my family, you know?
Oh, so Holly spoke on that to her.
She did, but I think she deleted it afterwards. She didn't want to, you know, she's trying to stay out of the mess. You know what I'm saying? She got her own career going. She's trying to do her own thing. And this shit is just messy. And I feel like Jongelyn and Tim are too fucking old to be with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no disrespect to them. But it's just like, you too fucking old for this. Cut it out. It's childish. It's childish. They burned so many fucking bridges, man. It's ridiculous.
They did.
It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. And if you're always the person that everybody's falling out with, it ain't everybody else. It's you. It's you.
No, they fall out with everybody they come in contact with. It's them.
They do.
Including Tasha K.
Thing is,
the person that they was feeding all of that. All of those stories that Tasha K had, they was feeding that to her. They're the people who told me that you were going to meet with Tasha K and that you didn't want to meet with me. You wanted to meet with Tasha K. Remember that day?
And I remember we had that conversation, yeah.
That was them.
Yeah. Yeah, and that wasn't even true. I didn't say, I want to talk to one person over the other person or nothing like that. And that's my thing with the instigating. And like I said, I've been quiet. There's a lot I could have done to the savages. I have so much stuff. But I'm going to tell you, part of the reason I didn't do it too is because of Joy. Because, like, Joy is human. She's 24 years old. She has emotions. She has feelings. She sees everything that's going on. Don't think that she's not hurt by her parents' actions. And see, that's what pisses me off with them motherfuckers. That's what pisses me off with them. Flexing, you lying. Why are you doing that shit? You don't give a fuck about your daughter. Because if you did give a fuck about that girl, I mean, I can give you a million examples of shit you would have did different while I was dealing with you. But I'll just give this one example. The night that Rob got arrested, right? Okay. Homeland called them, let them know, you know, the status of Joy, you know, she looked okay, everything, whatever. So they knew exactly where their daughter was. If I'm not mistaken, the Savages was actually in Chicago the night that Rob got arrested. Okay? They was there. Now, the next day, They didn't even stay. They didn't even try to fucking talk to, stay to try to talk to her. I think initially, a phone call was made, but you didn't want to talk to their ass. But of course, as expected, the same night, a man just fucking got arrested.
Right.
But they didn't even stay to try to talk to her. No, the next day, y'all motherfucking asses in Atlanta trying to pull up on a fucking press conference on Daryl Johnson because you want to make a scene. Oh, where is my daughter? Fuck, nigga, you know where your daughter at. What's wrong with them? And at first, I used to make excuses for them. When people used to talk about how wild Jongelyn was, I said, well, you know what? You got to understand. She have anxiety and everything because, like I told you, I was
no, she be wilding the fuck out. That ain't no anxiety. Her ass be wilding out.
I know that now. But I'm saying then I used to make excuses for her and just say, well, if my daughter was in this situation,
or something, talking fast, going off, saying all kinds of shit, won't let nobody else speak. That's who she is.
That's true. And then when it comes down to Tim, at first I have to separate them. You know what I'm saying? I got conversations where you hear me and Tim talking, and you hear me saying to Tim, well, Jongelyn is just stressed or whatever. Maybe she just needs to this and that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying, well, Tim, you're the calm one. You're whatever. Shit. Now I see they two fucking peas in the pot. They are meant for each other.
Yeah, they're
Tim
just like each other.
Tim is no different than Jongelyn. They both with the shits. And what pisses me off about people is the narrative that's been painted for these girls. And this is what I told Lifetime when I talked to them when they was trying to get me to come on this new one they're doing. I told them, because she was like, well, we just wanted to give a voice to women that were abused and women that were whatever. I said, well, let me tell you what you actually did. You took the voice of two women. Because stop calling these grown-ass women girls. They're women.
Right.
You took their voice. Because when they want to go out and they want to speak, people calling them names and saying, oh, they brainwashed, oh, they stupid, oh, they this and they that. When these girls are speaking their truth, but nobody is recognizing it. So you've already painted a narrative for these girls that they can never shake. And that's wrong. That's the sad shit. But nobody don't look at it like that.
Right.
Nobody don't look at it like that. This is a fucked up situation.
It is fucked up.
And there's a lot more I could say, but it's too damn much. And like I said, I would never be able to verbally express it in, like no short amount of time, because it's too many pieces. So it would really have to be a picture painted for people to be able to understand what's really going on and then be like, oh, wow, now I get it. You know what I'm saying? Wow, now I see it.
So people want to know at this time, how are you supporting R. Kelly? How can they go about supporting R. Kelly? These are the questions they're asking on the live right now.
Oh, I think the first step for me is actually opening my damn mouth. Because, I've been sitting back letting everybody else paint the narrative. But
Lifetime, they wanted money and awards, so they painted a really nasty narrative for the world to see.
They did.
And so that makes it hard.
They don't care. Because, look at what they're doing. They're doing another one. And let me tell you something. They made a hell of a lot of money off of a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like it was really about fucking awareness. You know what I'm saying? They saw opportunity and they motherfucking took it. And, honestly, when I talked to that lady, I told her about the book and I said, I know my integrity is questionable because of the book.
But also at the same time, you are telling the truth now. And that lets us know that, you don't give a damn if it makes you look bad. You're willing to tell the truth.
I got to. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something. When you collecting checks, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I did not look at no YouTube videos. I didn't look at none of the responses that was coming back. All I'm thinking about is, I'm adding up this motherfucking money and I'm shipping these shits out. You feel me? I didn't look at what it was doing to his reputation. I mean, and I know, there's other factors that play into this. But when I did finally, tap into it, and I'm seeing all these people damn, it wasn't until this book, you feel me, that I said mute R. Kelly. It wasn't until this book, you feel me? And that's when I was like, oh, wow. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. So I got to. You know what I'm saying? I can't sit back and just let people feel like this real and I'm watching this nigga go through this shit. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm watching what's going on. And that's why when people say, oh, well, you just victim shaming. First of all, I was sexually abused. I've been raped. I've been through stuff. So I don't find victim shaming humorous. I don't find that something like an interesting hobby to have or some shit. I'm not trying to victim shame no damn body. But I call it how the fuck I see it because I dealt with these motherfuckers. And if you're lying, you're fucking lying. Period. And just like I said, when you counting checks and you caught up in the hype, you're not thinking about how what the fuck you're doing is affecting another person because you caught up in your fucking hype. And that's what's going on with all these motherfuckers. This R. Kelly shit has taken on a world of its fucking own. These people wake up and breathe R. Kelly. They go to sleep. R. Kelly. This shit don't stop. It keep going. Even when the blog's not talking about it, these motherfuckers on this shit all day. I mean, look at Tim ass. The motherfucker didn't work. I can't respect no fucking man talking about, oh, he was spending so much motherfucking time trying to get her home that he didn't fucking get a job.
True.
Get the fuck out of here. Angelo works.
Angelo Clary still works. Right. They you full blown quit your job. Did you even have a job? And then they said that Joycelyn Savage owned her own store, and that's not true either.
Oh, well, I don't know about that part.
She had nothing to do with that
story. So bad talking about them only because of Joy, and at the end of the day, this is still her family. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I even been on the phone, and I got this recording. So when Tim was telling Rob's consultant to tell Rob to keep her. I go my way. I'll make my millions and do what I got to do. Shit, she don't need me. She got her man. And he like, damn, bruh, she don't need you, but she wants you. You her father. You know what I'm saying? She want to have a relationship with you. And see, that was some shit that was opening my eyes too, because I'm like, why the fuck shit? His people have to be begging you to have a relationship with your own fucking daughter. And you talking about, nah, you finna go out here and make your millions. Oh, he could keep her, tell him he got a wife for life and all this bullshit. Come on, bruh. That's not cool. That's not cool. Oh, I got 2 other daughters. What the fuck? What type of shit is that? But then you want to get in front of these motherfucking people and cry on cue with these fucking crocodile tears, acting like you really give a fuck. See, it's a lot of other shit that people ain't never heard or seen to see the real character of these motherfuckers. And like I said, this shit might not have everything to do with Rob Case right now, but at the same time, this bullshit that triggered these investigations. And it's bullshit.
Right.
The only reason these motherfuckers even coming back out to do a fucking aftermath, which I don't know when this shit dropping. It might drop in December, January. They might be nasty enough to try to wait right before trial to fucking influence people more negatively.
Right, because they are saying that they want to have a decision made about R. Kelly by April.
Yeah, and I mean that's probably what they're waiting on because they already done filmed them interviews and shit. But my whole thing is, this time around, they wanted to gather people from around Rob. Now, let me explain this to you. Let me explain why. Because, see, people that don't really think about shit will say, oh, because, Lifetime, they want to give everybody a chance to speak. No, that ain't what the fuck it is. They want to silence every motherfucking body who can say something. That's why the fuck I didn't sign that shit. If you read that motherfucking release, they could clip, cut, edit that shit any fucking way they want to. You can't go against the network. They got amounts of fines in there, $250,000, this and that. You sign that shit. But see, most of these motherfuckers so thirsty. You feel me? They so thirsty for clout that they ain't even probably read the shit. They just signed it.
So people are thinking that you're a victim of R. Kelly. Can you answer that?
Who's the victim of him?
That's what the people on the live are saying. Someone asked, isn't Kash Jones a victim of R. Kelly's?
No, sir. No, ma'am. No. No victims. Not at all.
She is a part of R. Kelly's camp, right?
Look, if he has a camp, I'm a supporter. I'm not gonna say I'm a part of nothing, because that shit corrupt too. We ain't even gonna talk about that.
Well, I
I'm a supporter.
I heard a lot about the camp as well, being kind of the people backing a lot of this shit because they want his money.
Yeah, I believe it. He can't really trust nobody, and you know it's difficult to live a life. And I mean, this is really any celebrity. It's hard to know who you can trust when people are benefiting from you. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's hard to know, and then when you know, people are human. People envious. People jealous for different reasons. You know, I done heard some of them niggas get upset just because bitches want to talk to him over them. I mean,
no, she was not on Surviving R. Kelly. They tried to get her on the Aftermath.
No, and I didn't sign the release.
We listen.
There'll be none of that, because they not gonna silence me. That's not gonna happen. That lady was on the phone so shook. She's like, oh, you got a recording of that too? Surely do, boo. So you tell them to fuck with me if they want to and go on them fucking interviews lying. Because they had already pissed me off that motherfuckers was lying on their interviews. Like, why the fuck? Y'all already lie on me in real life. So you gonna go on TV and try to lie on me in front of all these motherfucking people?
Right, lying, saying that you working for them. You never worked for the Savages. I want to clear that up because somebody's asking that. She never worked for the Savages and worked for R. Kelly.
That's the narrative that was spun.
The Savages put that in the public, and it's not true.
Okay, let me say this. Let me clear up what that was. Like I said, me and the Savages, we got involved with each other through a mutual person who told me that I should talk to them. Because like I said, in the beginning, I was a fan, but at the same time, I was interested in knowing what the fuck was going on. Because if he really was doing all of this shit, I cannot stand behind it. You know what I'm saying? If it was really a cult, if it was really girls being held, I could not stand behind that. You know what I'm saying? So once I started dealing with these people, initially, I'm believing the stories that they're giving me. Like, these motherfuckers had me scared when I initially went to go talk to this man, because I'm thinking I'm finna see bitches chained up, fucking buckets of shit. Like, I'm really thinking, like, this shit is gonna be a whole shit. I'm thinking, what's in my goddamn book? A whole different narrative that was painted.
A whole different narrative that what?
Because that's the narrative that was painted, like it was something so crazy going on. So let me make this clear. They did say, you know, he needs this, he needs that. Okay, we could come up with this grand plan to go undercover, and we could try to get our daughter back. Initially, that was what they said. So that's where the mole thing came from, because that was something that was said. And it was actually to the point where they had a network they was trying to put this network situation together, and this wasn't even Lifetime. This was a totally different network. And they was like, oh, Kash, we can make so much money, and, you know, they can have hidden cameras on you and all of this stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you would go over there, if you was willing to do that, and they would pay us for it. Mm-hmm. Okay? Like, this is the type of shit they was on. And I quickly realized that everything was about money and, like, publicity for them.
Right.
The Savages, they want a reality show. They want a movie deal. They want to be famous.
Yes.
They want to be famous. So these were the things that were going on. So initially when I went over there, okay, you could say they sent me over there, but honestly, I wanted to see what the fuck was going on for my damn self. And when I got over there, it just wasn't. And on top of that, it was already showing me, and I was finding out through them that basically everything was orchestrated and it was bullshit. So that's how it went, and I don't know if y'all could say that's me working for them or not, but that's what it was.
Wow.
But I was not their publicist, ever.
So she did not work for them, but they did discuss some things. Listen, we don't expect for everybody to support on just one side. So if people want to make their comments, that's fine. We're so used to that you guys have no clue. Yeah. We're used to that. It's okay.
Yeah, everybody gonna have their opinion. I'm not on here trying to convince anybody to support Rob. Would I like for people to support him? Would I like for people to be able to see more of the truth? Yeah. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to be the case. It's never going to be like that.
Cash, why do you think that this rolls around like every 10, 12 years for him?
What do you mean?
Like this same thing happened in 2002. Like, why does this keep happening?
What you mean, like this trial thing?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we know that this was triggered by Lifetime. Like, there would have been no investigation. There would have been none of that if Lifetime would not have came out. What I think really happened was, I think when Lifetime came out and you have people saying, oh, we tried to go to the police and they didn't do anything, or we tried to whatever, what that did is that pulled their card. It was like, okay, shit, we got to do something about this shit now because they trying to call us out claiming we ain't do nothing. So it was like Lifetime made a fool out of them, so they felt like, okay, we got to do something. But I really feel like it's a larger agenda, because when I tell you, so many of these motherfuckers was lying. So many of these motherfuckers after the fact, behind closed doors, crying. Oh, I want to go to Chicago. I just want to talk to him. Oh, I didn't know they was going to do it like that. Oh, I didn't want this to happen to him. Like, people don't know the half. They don't know the half. A lot of these bitches still want to be them.
Right. They still want to be around them.
Crazy.
Which is like the story that we heard about Ashanti McGee, that she was really jealous of. And you know who told me this? The Savages told me this, and they're the ones who spoke to Ashanti McGee in the first place, right? In order to get to R. Kelly. But they told me that Ashanti McGee was jealous of Joycelyn, and that's the reason why she decided that she wanted to pursue the situation with trying to get R. Kelly, trying to get the parents to meet with or Joycelyn to try to get her home, to get her away from R. Kelly.
I could believe that, because it really wasn't like that with her and him. It really wasn't like that between Ashanti and Rob. Ashanti was like a fucking runner, a driver, she had hookups on like different things. Like, that's kind of how she wiggled her way in anyway. You know how niggas had at home, girl, they got hookups on stuff and whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even all of that, you know? That's why when she was first initially doing her interviews, she couldn't even get her story straight.
Right. That's why Tim was coaching her.
It was always different.
Well, and that they did the same thing to you. They had you show up and then said you was a mole. Then they followed Ashanti McGee into meeting R. Kelly, or at least Jocelyn did, and then said that she was just jealous of their daughter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of twists and turns, a lot of craziness in it. I can't speak on everybody. I can only speak, to people that I was exposed to, and the people that are witnessing through the Savages. Because like I said, they would have me like on three-way conversations and different things like that. So I don't know. It's a lot to it. So my thing is, people don't have to care enough about the situation, but the information is out there. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta look for it. People see one thing come out in the media, like, when they said, it was like 20 sex tapes, you know what I'm saying? And the media was putting that shit out. What the fuck? Michael Avenatti even said in his press conference that was a fucking lie, that it wasn't no 10, 20 tapes. And what the fuck? He's the opposing attorney. Well, was.
Yeah, he was.
But he said that out his own mouth. But of course, that didn't travel as far as the lie. And that's always the case. The presidential reporting with R. Kelly is crazy. You can have all of the proof, all of the everything, the receipts and everything. These motherfuckers do not want to report on that. They don't. They don't. They just want to leave that narrative how the fuck it is and say, fuck them, that's it. So, I mean, to say that it's coming back around again, I don't feel like it is. Like, this whole sex cult thing and all that shit, man, it's just bullshit. I don't know. I feel how I feel, and everybody is entitled to their opinion and how they feel. All I can do is speak my truth. You know what I'm saying? It's not about vindicating Rob, because I'm not Jesus. I can't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Well,
just about what I witnessed.
We'll see what the trial has to bring and what the evidence has to bring as far as that. But as far as the Savages and the sex tape and them claiming you were a mole working for them as their publicist, and that I said that they put out the sex tape, and you know, the fact that they said they didn't have jobs, they stopped working, and this, that, and the other, those things are the things that we came to address, and that has been done. So are you going to send us the tapes?
Look at you. You going to send us that
audio? Send us the audio.
I'll send it to you.
Okay, and they still asking how can they support?
How can they support him? Just by doing the research, and once you see everything for yourself, spreading the word. Like, if people know something is not true and you unraveling stuff and you seeing it for yourself, say something. Because the point is, right now, people are only looking at one narrative because nobody else is putting a different narrative out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are lazy. Y'all know that. Shit, y'all know y'all got homegirls and homeboys right now send you a goddamn article they saw, share it off their damn Facebook timeline, and them motherfuckers ain't even read the damn article. They just read the title and be like, oh, girl, you seen this, da, 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 da. And then you be like, that ain't even what the fuck this shit about, because you actually read it and they didn't. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People are just puppets. What the fuck the media push out there, they run with it, unfortunately.
Right, okay.
And then that's just what he needs, is just like for people to really look beyond the surface. Because people are moved by crocodile tears. You know what I'm saying? Lifetime did an excellent job of putting this shit together. They did an excellent job of painting a picture. It's just like the fucking law. The law ain't about the fucking what you can prove and how you can manipulate the minds of the fucking jury, period. That's what the fuck it is. How many innocent men are in prison right now? And people keep bringing up old shit. Well, I know R. Kelly did this in the night. Look, fuck that shit. I don't know what the fuck he did back then. I know what the fuck he didn't do right now. That's all I can say.
Right, so we don't know what he did back then. We know what he didn't do, or what he you're saying you know what he did now, and that's what you're speaking on. She's not trying to speak on 2002 on Rashonda Landfair. She probably wasn't even nowhere near him at that time. She's not talking about that.
No, I'm not. Now, what I can say is, judging by the character, can I see it? No. Because I don't see Rob as just this dude that's just like, oh, like, I got this thing for little bitches, you know, I like underage girls, and, you know, let me get this one on the slide. Like, I don't view him like that. I don't view him like that. They paint him out to be just different than, you know what I'm saying? What I got.
Yeah, I get it. But okay, we're gonna be waiting on that sheet now. I mean, on that, we're gonna be waiting on that audio.
I done said way too much. This wasn't even supposed to be this goddamn long, per usual.
It's been an hour and 18 minutes.
Usual.
Every time we talking for hours.
Because if we gonna talk about this shit, it's just too motherfucking much. That's why I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna have to end up just writing the motherfucking book. Even written, you know, people don't want the book to come out, but whatever. We'll see what happens. Oh, and for the Savages, because did I give my direct message to them?
No.
Yeah, they said that they dared people to put out receipts, and, you know, he was going to have the lawyers on their asses and this and this and that. This is what I'm going to say to y'all. I'm going to spare y'all, because it's a lot of shit I can do. It's a lot of shit I can say. It's a lot of shit I have. Y'all know that. Now I'm letting you know, if you didn't know, all of those three-way conversations you put me on, I have that. So if you don't want those people to know what the fuck you was really doing to them, I'm going to challenge y'all to shut the fuck up. That's what I'm going to challenge y'all to do. I'm going to challenge y'all to shut the fuck up and mind your fucking business. That's what I'm going to challenge y'all to do. Because you're always in somebody else's motherfucking business. You're always talking about motherfuckers. Y'all don't even realize that y'all done been recorded by motherfuckers y'all was talking to, and they done already sent that shit too. And that's in real time. So that's something else y'all need to think about. And I already know that little bit of shit that y'all got on me, which is nothing, because it's conversations that I had with y'all, which was when you were being spoon-fed shit because I no longer gave a fuck about you since you tried to set me up so many times. So this is not a threat. It's not a whatever, but I'm challenging you to mind your fucking business. Because since you're not interested in talking to Joy, and Joy's living her own motherfucking life, then, you know, there's no purpose in you running your mouth. Tim, you need to be concerned about tomorrow in court, whether or not your ass is going to have to serve time for lying to that motherfucking grand jury on James Mason.
So not only does he lie on, not only that is he spoon feeding the alleged victims certain stories and things to say, but he's also lied on, Tim Savage has also lied on other people in front of a grand jury and is going to court about that tomorrow.
Oh, and I heard about how y'all tried to get me indicted too. Yeah, I got all the phone calls on all of that. Heard about what y'all tried to do. That was cute. That was real cute. So, hope everything goes well in court. As far as Angelo, y'all need to keep Angelo name out y'all motherfucking mouth. Like I said, he ain't mind to speak for it, but he gonna be spoken for tonight. Because what I can respect is when Angelo is exposing the fucking truth when it come down to y'all motherfuckers. And that's all I say. And at the night anyway.
Well, thank you so much, Cash girl, and thank you. Let your cousin know that anytime he is ready, he has my number. He can have my number, and I'll be here.
All right, always a pleasure, baby. I'll talk to you later.
All right, baby. Bye bye.
All right, bye bye.
Well, you guys just heard it. Cash Jones just spoke on her experience with the Savages. It makes a lot of sense. They're always in the middle of a lot of stuff. They played all the victims against each other. They didn't even want Andrea Kelly on the docuseries, thinking that they have more clout than her because they didn't want to be outshined. They want the attention on them. And I just wanted you guys to see that. So anyways, you guys can form your own consensus. We don't think that everybody's going to be on one side or another. Everybody is very aware that this thing is split down the middle on a lot of sides, or maybe not even the middle, but everybody is aware of that. And so I don't think that myself or Cash Jones thinks that everybody's going to agree with us. So whatever your opinion is, you know, I want you to know on behalf of both of us, it's okay, child. Okay. And half of it lies in the hands of the attorneys, but we definitely wanted to get that straight about what was going on with the Savages. All right, guys, peace.